So I am super excited about the AirPods Max finally being here. They sound amazing, noise canceling is awesome. But in this video, I wanted to talk about using the AirPods Max with my Mac Mini M1 and give you some impressions about how it works with the M1 Mac family. So a lot of people, including myself, have been talking about Bluetooth issues on the Mac Mini M1, as well as the MacBook Pro and MacBook Air M1. And one thing for me that has kind of remedied the Bluetooth connection issues, like the dropouts from your trackpad or your keyboard, was updating to Big Sur 11.1, which they just dropped a couple days ago as well. Since I updated to Big Sur 11.1, I haven't noticed almost any dropouts using my keyboard and trackpad wirelessly on my Mac Mini M1, so I'm happy to report that. And when it comes to the AirPods Max, it's kind of the same thing. I haven't noticed any weirdness or any audio dropouts using the AirPods Max on the Mac Mini M1. One of my favorite things about the AirPods Max so far is just how seamless it is when you're switching like from your phone to your iPad to your Mac and back and forth. Just like AirPods Pro and stuff, it basically kind of follows you around and it knows when you're near a certain device or when you start using a certain device. For example, when I put these on and I open up my computer, there's a little notification that shows up on my screen that says Ben's AirPods Max, and then I can just press connect on there. It instantly pairs with that device. There's been a couple times where it was a little confused because I had my phone, pretty close to me on my desk or something, and I looked at like a notification and I saw that the AirPods Max was trying to go back to my phone from my Mac Mini. So if you're in the Apple ecosystem, which I very deeply am, the AirPods Max will seamlessly integrate with all of your devices. Yes, the AirPods Max are $550, but the seamlessness of transitioning from one device to another device while just keeping these on your head, that's really nice. And I do think there is some merit to that helps to justify the hefty price tag on the AirPods Max. The Bluetooth range on these is really nice too. I haven't noticed any weird dropouts in particular. The only time I've noticed any audio dropouts is sometimes when I'm switching these from my phone to my Mac Mini to my iPad or something. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of an audio stutter when switching devices, but overall the Bluetooth range has been really good on these. One of my concerns when using the AirPods Max on my Mac Mini M1 was audio latency, especially when viewing videos on YouTube or Netflix or whatever, and I'm happy to report that I've noticed a minimal delay using the AirPods Max on my Mac Mini M1, as well as on my phone and my iPads and stuff. There's no problems with latency as far as I can tell. I did notice a tiny bit of lag when playing games on my Mac Mini M1, such as Grindstone, which is my favorite game on Apple Arcade. I'm like so obsessed with it. Piping the audio into the AirPods Max, there was a tiny bit of delay. It was a little bit noticeable, but it wasn't like horrendous. And it's definitely not a deal breaker. The AirPods Max for just general Apple Arcade use work totally fine with just minimal latency. Noticeable, but definitely not super bad. And I'm also a music producer. I make weird and bouncy electronic music. If you want to check out my stuff, search for Ben Aqua on Apple Music and Spotify. Follow me on Spotify, share my tracks with your whole family and friends, your pets, your enemies. So anyway, when I was using the AirPods Max with Ableton Live on my Mac Mini M1, the audio quality on these sounds fantastic. I mean, the audio quality on these just sounds fantastic with almost everything. But when using it with Ableton Live, there was a little bit of latency because of course these are wireless headphones. Even when using my Sony 1000 XM3s with Ableton Live, there's a little bit of latency too. So if you're looking to use the AirPods Max with your audio productions and you don't want that audio latency when producing, of course you're gonna wanna get the Lightning to 3.5mm cable, which does not come with the AirPods Max, of course, and that's gonna set you back another, I think, $35. So it's a little bit annoying that you have to spend even more money, but that's kind of just classic Apple at this point, right? But most of the time I would be using these wirelessly anyway, so it's not a deal breaker. But using these as a production headphone kind of monitoring situation for Ableton Live is really nice. These are not the most accurate sounding headphones and definitely not the most flat sounding headphones. However, these have a really wide, nice sound stage, and you can really hear like the tiny details in the left and the right. Like the stereo separation on these is fantastic. One of the best I've ever heard in any pair of headphones. So overall, I'm happy to report that the AirPods Max works super well with the Mac Mini M1. No major problems with latency when watching videos, and it's really just a pleasure to listen to my music on these things. Let me know in the comments what you think if you have gotten a pair of these and if you have tried them with the Mac Mini M1 or the MacBook Pro, MacBook Air M1. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, you know what to do. Anyway, have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.